Welcome back. Much like our own St. Patrick's Day, our friends down under have their own day where they mark their own heritage and impact on the world.
Well, with today being Australia Day, Ireland AM's new reporter, Aussie Brianna Parkins, decided to set up some tongue-in-cheek challenges for us to try out. How kind. Here's how we got on.
So we're here in the Woolshed pub on Parnell Street in Dublin. Brianna, you were going to tell us all things Australia because we're celebrating Australia Day this weekend.
Australia Day is basically our St. Patrick's Day. It's a funny old day. For most Australians, it's about, sinking tins in the sun, and it's a good public holiday to get off to do that. But for other Australians, like our Indigenous Australians, it's actually a bit of a sad day. It marks the day they were invaded and colonised, and to them it's a day of mourning. But for other Australians, like my family who are immigrants, it's a day to celebrate a country that's taken us in, that's welcomed us, that's been really good to us and given us opportunities that we might not have got if we'd stayed.
No doubt lots of celebrations taking place back at home for your family and friends this weekend, but you've set out a number of challenges by way of us celebrating here.
I have. I thought I'd put you guys to the test. I hope you brought your flip-flops. The true test of an Australian is whether you can run in flip-flops.
Sounds like fun. We're up for it.
Are you ready? We are up for it, kind of.
Flip-flops on feet, we were ready for our first challenge.
So the first challenge is the truest challenge of being an Australian. It's running in thongs. And before you get too excited at home, we actually are talking about flip-flops. Now, you've got your special Australian safety hats on,
which are really going to help us.
To make it a really Australian challenge, you have to complete it while holding what we call a schooner, but you call a pint.
Okay.
And you have to navigate your way around the tables, pretending it's a packed pub. And if you lose more than 1/3 of your pint, you're disqualified. Clock's on 0. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Set. Go! Go, 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 go! Has she got it, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Coming down the stairs, near the Bundy Rum. Boom. Lads, 26 seconds and 48. That's a pretty good for a beginner.
Made up her own music.
But now you have to do the double table. All right, Anna, it's your turn. Go!
She's on a mission.
Nailed it. 1692. Really? That's almost half.
Okay, well done. I got my practice.
Anna proved a natural running in her thongs, but could she stomach the next round?
Tell us what this involves, Brianna.
Well, luckily you've taken off your silly hats, because I've got some more silly hats.
Oh, you're so kind.
Just as we thought we were going to get our dignity back. Thank you.
We're throwing these guys on, are we?
Guys, I'm joining you in solidarity, but this is Australia Day. This is not a place for dignity. This is a place for
We are embracing all things silly.
You're not going to be happy with me. We've got a bush tucker trial challenge.
Mealworms and crickets.
And crickets, more gross wiggly bits. Now, these aren't strictly native to Australia, but they were the best we could find on short notice. So we're going to pretend.
Will we start with these guys?
I wasn't planning on having seconds. I think maybe one course.
This is your first course. I think yeah, we'll be kind. You get to pick one.
All right, we go for it then, Anna.
Okay.
What's it like?
It tastes of nothing.
It's got an eyeball.
No, don't say that.
Not that one.
Don't think about it.
No, I don't want the one with the eye. I'll pick another one.
We threw it back in. It's just like a crunchy corner of a crisp or something. Which, by the way, it says it's a superfood. So think about it being good for you. Right?
I think it's high in protein.
Brianna, sorry, if you're so used to these, dig in.
I think I have to. I think it's only fair.
Gorgeous.
After that rather disgusting first course, it was time to taste some real Aussie treats.
Time-honoured Tim Tam challenge. It's not really a challenge. It's what we do on a Tuesday night in our pyjamas at home. Take one each.
Okay. These look nice.
You're going to grab your mugs of tea here.
Thank you.
These
don't have any creatures in them.
These are like a penguin.
Penguin bars, yeah.
Yeah. People say they're like penguin. They're not exactly like penguin. Okay. You can't substitute them. I've tried. You have to bite off each end of the Tim Tam.
We're doing a dunk into the
No,
tea.
you're using it as a straw.
Oh, sorry, I got you.
It is your straw. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cream filling.
Just as I thought. We're reclaiming our dignity. Is this and then just suck?
And then you just suck it.
Oh, mine's gone. Can I fish it back out?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit messy.
I'd say this challenge goes to Laura.
That's classy.
Before it breaks,
God as well.
you have to shove it in your mouth before then. And it's this lovely kind of biscuity.
Timing is
soft
everything.
tea.
Well, thank you
Well,
for
enjoy
educating
it.
us today.
Thanks for coming and sharing my culture.
We may
And
never forgive you for the creepy crawlies.
Yes, exactly. But thank you, Brianna.
He's a go
well
back
done.
to the office.
You can get me back with Irish dancing.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry for insulting all the Australians
Now,
living
can we
here.
discuss the Tim Tams, and in particular the dunking?
Yeah,
I wouldn't dunk anything in my tea. That's just me. You're a dunker.
I'm a dunker. Well, it
You're a
depends on the
dunker?
biscuit now. I wouldn't obviously dunk a Tim Tam or a penguin bar is our equivalent.
Would you dunk a
really.
Chocky Bicky,
I'll
though?
tell you, you need to pick Hardy biscuits for a dunk. So like a hobnob would be your ideal.
But a chocolate
dunk.
With
hobnob.
chocolate or without?
Either.
It changes the
Either.
flavour. though.
Yeah,
No,
I love
no,
it.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Do you?
What about a digestive? Perfect
No.
dunking biscuit.
Would that
No.
not disintegrate as well? That's
No,
what
just
happened
a
to us
quick
that day.
Just a
Quick
quick.
dunk. Yeah, yeah.
But you don't do it anyway.
No, I don't do it anyway. But I've watched people do it and fail. I'm doing the old.
Yeah,
Ah.
like the likes of rich tea, just bleh, you know, they fall apart.
The mealworms and the crickets
wouldn't
didn't
dunk
taste
them.
of anything really. But sure, Anna had tarantula a couple of weeks ago, so you're not
Yeah.
squeamish when it comes to that kind of thing.
Oh, you had
You're
the
quite
tarantula,
adventurous.
Yeah, no, you're right. They
Did
didn't.
you bring
It's
any
just
of
the
the,
psychological, the thought
yeah.
of.
Did you bring any Tim Tams back? Yeah.
No, we didn't actually. We
Sorry,
had
we ate them all.
tea and Tim Tams. Do you know what we did have? We didn't mention it in that. The dairy milk with the kettle chips in it. That was good, wasn't
gorgeous.
it?
Yeah, well, it was really good.
Did you bring any of them
work.
back?
No, we ate
No,
them
we ate
too.
those two.
Hard all day, that, wouldn't it?
It's tough.
It was a tough day at work. Yeah.
Not a thing brought back.
You can't look annoyed at us wearing that hat.
You can. Watch.
You look like you're going swimming in 1924.
An extra Laurel Hardy movie.
Coming up after the break.
That's one for my show reel.
More formal office styles, the irony on the catwalk.